15 signs you might be an entrepreneur. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Hello, Aluxers. How amazing is it to be back once again for another one of these? You have our sincere congratulations for being here and choosing to invest in yourself and challenge your mind. We know many of you are thinking about maybe starting a business, but are unsure if you've got what it takes. After studying so many millionaires and billionaires, after being surrounded by entrepreneurs for the better half of our professional life, we noticed some particularities that all entrepreneurs share. We're going to talk about these commonalities, and maybe this video is just the right nudge to push you in the right direction. Here are the 15 signs you might be an entrepreneur. Number 1. You used to sell things as a kid. Almost every entrepreneur we've met had one or two childhood stories about their young hustle. Baseball cards, Pokemon stickers, lemonade stands, charging your parents and neighbors for chores, and more. There's something that happens when you're young and realize you can flip goods and make yourself money. Something clicks in you and you're hooked. This is the initial proof of concept that changes your perspective in life. Number 2. The idea of a normal job is scary to you. Almost all entrepreneurs see themselves as highly unemployable. We like to joke about this among friends. An entrepreneur is someone who's working 16-hour days in order to not have to work the 8 hours from 9 to 5. There are some fulfilling jobs out there, jobs where you can have a positive impact on the world. But as you probably know, that's not what the average workplace is like. Maybe it's just something about the idea of a cubicle that's draining the life out of you. Entrepreneurs would rather risk it all despite that element of uncertainty than have their day be repetitive to no end. Number 3. You feel this hunger inside of you. Every entrepreneur we know, including ourselves, have this unexplainable hunger buried inside of them, the need to do more, to be more. It's hard to explain to people who don't have it. Some might even look at you weird, but you know damn well it's there. You feel like your potential is holding your current reality accountable for its lack of action. Number 4. You love being in control. There are people who love driving and people who enjoy being in the passenger seat. Entrepreneurs love being in control. Knowing that success in your life depends on your accountability to perform is such a freeing experience that once you feel it, you can never go back to a traditional job where your boss decides when and how you're going to be rewarded. From setting up your own schedule to deciding the visions for the next steps for both yourself and your professional life are burning desires that you constantly feel within you. Number 5. You enjoy learning. For some people, this is incredibly weird. Who in their right mind finds pleasure in watching a particular tutorial or analysis? But you do. You'd rather learn a new skill or perfect an existing one than watch a TV show for the second time, and that's what's going to push you forward in life. Entrepreneurs are defined by their ability to continuously learn and to still find excitement in the process. Top performers read over 50 books per year, while the average person reads barely one. Entrepreneurs invest in themselves. They go to events, meetings, buy courses, network with other successful entrepreneurs to learn from their journey and their path. Anything that will get them value in return. Your mind is your most valuable asset, so invest in it regularly. We used all of these core principles when we launched Mind Mastery a couple of weeks ago, and hundreds of entrepreneurs are loving the fact that they can get all the above-mentioned benefits in a single place. The doors are closed for now, but you can still go to Alux.com/meditation and sign up for the waiting list to be notified when the doors open up once again. Number 6. You're a weird mix of introvert and extrovert. Most entrepreneurs have this interesting desire to be left alone so they can keep tinkering at their idea, but that's not the entire story. Although you might identify as an introvert generally, you could spend hours talking to people about things you're passionate about. This mix between introvert and extrovert, and the ability to switch from one to the other depending on what the situation requires, is incredibly valuable. Number 7. People say you dream too big. Do you sometimes talk to people about the things you want to do in life, about the ideas you have, and they shut you down thinking you're crazy or tell you the world doesn't work like that? There's a high chance you're an entrepreneur. Every successful person out there has had to deal with the exact same boring, negative, and limiting beliefs other people have, yet they choose to do it anyway. Do you know how many people laughed at Jack Ma when he told them he's building a company after failing to be hired by KFC? Do you know how many people laughed when Donald Trump told them he's going to become the President of the United States of America? The bigger the dream, the crazier it seems to mediocre people. Number 8. You don't like it when people make plans but don't execute them. And this one includes yourself. You are more likely to take action than the people around you. Nothing annoys entrepreneurs more than people who always make plans but never act on them. The general rule here is, don't tell me, show me. Number 9. You're good with money. At the end of the day, it's all a numbers game. How well do you manage your existing resources with the goal of making more? You're good at looking at the big picture and how you need to use the money to get the most out of it. You're going to be all right. You're not afraid to budget and put that money into what you find valuable, even at your own expense. In the early days of every business, budgeting and money management are what decide if the business can or cannot build momentum. Number 10. You always think, I could do that. This happens to every entrepreneur. You somehow discover someone doing something great and productive, and you immediately start to deconstruct what it would take to achieve the same type of results. There's always a shiny attraction catching your eye, and you run mental experiments of what the potential of this idea is. It happens to every entrepreneur out there, and this somehow works well with the continually learning point we mentioned earlier. Every time you watch an episode of Shark Tank or read a biography, you get inspired. That's why we're giving you a free audiobook of your choosing, thanks to our great friends at Audible. Just go to Alux.com/freebook, and if this is the first time you sign up, you can pick an audiobook for free. We recommend Losing My Virginity by Richard Branson. It's a light and interesting read into the life of one of the most interesting people alive. It also doesn't hurt that the man has over 400 companies under his belt. Number 11. Other people trust you and your vision. You're seen as a leader in your community. When you talk, people listen, and you have this ability to get people to believe in you and your ideas to the point they are willing to join you. You lead by example, your vision inspires them, and you're good at bringing people to work together. If people trust you, you might have what it takes to become an entrepreneur. Number 12. You have some people to prove wrong. This is another one of those things that you feel deep within yourself. There are people you need to prove wrong. There are people who doubted you or made you feel like you were worth less than your actual value. To prove all of them wrong is something you have on your checklist. We love this iconic quote by Frank Sinatra. The best revenge is massive success. And maybe it's time you got started on this revenge plan of yours. Number 13. You look up to other entrepreneurs. You're fascinated by people like Elon Musk, how innovative he is, by the likes of Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Jack Dorsey, Mukesh Ambani, Mark Cuban, and more. You envision yourself in their shoes, changing the world while tackling some of the most difficult issues in it. They inspire you. If you're personal heroes or entrepreneurs, then you're probably meant to become one yourself. Number 14. You can spot trends. This is something that requires a bit more finesse, because not everybody has it. If you've been really good at noticing cultural trends, behavior changes, and the goals and desires of others, you've got a pretty valuable gem in yourself, which can definitely be converted into something great. When most people think of businesses, they picture the factories, the brick-and-mortar stores, but there's a tiny section of the population that can look towards the future and figure out where the puck is going. These are the people who usually create the future everybody else is going to live in, and maybe you're one of those select few. Number 15. You watch Alux.com. This might sound weird, but it's probably true. Who in their right mind goes on YouTube every single week in order to learn about business and life? While everybody else is watching TikTok compilations, you're here, taking notes to see if you might have what it takes to build a company. Our portfolio of videos deal with investments, with growth strategies, with life choices, with habits and skills most people don't find that sexy. If you genuinely enjoy learning about money, about how to live a beautiful and fulfilling life, then maybe it's time you make the choice and move into entrepreneurship. We made a video called 15 businesses you can start for cheap or even free that you can check out by clicking in the top right corner. Watch it after this one, and maybe it'll spark an idea that will change your future. And Aluxers, we're curious to know, did any of these signs connect with you in any way? We'll be around in the comments joining in the conversation. And of course, as a thank you for watching this video until the end, you're getting a bonus sign. Number 16. You failed at starting a business, but you still think about it. Yes, you heard us right. Just the fact that you tried to start a business in the past and maybe failed at it is enough to tell us that you've got what it takes. This feeling of, maybe I could have done this differently, that lingers on, means that there's still an entrepreneurial spirit burning inside of you. Businesses fail, people learn from them, and then they try again until they succeed. Don't let your past dictate your future, and use this newfound knowledge to do it again, but this time, better. If you're a true Aluxer and still watching this video, please write the word START in the comments to show that you're about to start living differently from now on. We'll be sure to drop in and say hi. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question on our website, Alux.com. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.